Do you think that we're supposed to be selling all these like old materials that we don't need anymore?
I'm
And how long
not
has my uncle
sure.
been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning.
But
Byron was the first person I
I'm
turned
just
to
gonna
after forming
keep
the
holding
Guardians.
on to him until
And
I
had
hear
known of this
otherwise.
tunnel back
Until the
then,
end of the game?
I wouldn't almost
That's
have been
right.
hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
That's how it usually
I
goes in
suppose a formal
RPGs.
request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be
I
maintained.
gotta hold on to this. I
Were the
might
High
need this
Speakers to
later.
catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his
Credits
estate and
roll.
send
I
him to
guess I
the
didn't
gallows,
need this.
where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Okay.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here.
I shall wear it
Sir
with
Tyler is
pride.
dead.
Doesn't put it
Lord
on.
Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Sultan.
Stop. Ah, doesn't this look nice?
Does. It looks very relaxing.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe
It's a
we
big
are here
cat in the
so
back.
Not a
Pretty
chance.
kitty.
It's a nice fucking kitty. Some heavy footsteps.
Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Uncle?
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit.
I missed you too.
Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue.
I guess I'll leave. Am I...
Hallucinating?
You would mock me as well?
Oh.
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot.
He was just miming something. I just I thought that was like a glitch or something.
The Unshard. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still?
It me.
Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge.
Oh, your uncle's a good man.
Hmm.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy. It's really you.
That was actually kind of sweet.
Mm-hmm.
You always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
A feast.
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach.
Uncle, that really hurt.
We're gonna do about this axe that you're gonna cut my head with.
See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you?
I hope
Since
Rutherford
becoming
has a good
Viceroy,
life.
Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
A
For better
bitch.
or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It's not enough spit in this drink.
I spit my drink.
Your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo.
Your uncle's gonna die,
She can
isn't
be
he?
outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then?
Probably. At this
About
point,
everything?
Chaz, I assume everybody that I know and love will die at some point.
Only a fool
Your
would
uncle's the
believe in
best character so
half of the
far.
things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And
I do like his
I have it on good
character.
authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Welcome,
Your own, of
Sid.
course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
I'd
You
say no more about
bitch.
it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which,
Well-
if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle.
Do what you gotta do.
Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass.
He's a merry old man, isn't he?
He sure is.
This will be fun.
He's a merry old man and a big game hunter
Let's not talk
of
about
big
that.
cats.
Let's not talk about all the endangered animals that he's killed.
You don't want to talk about the two stuffed big cats that were sitting
No,
there the
no,
whole
no.
time?
The last ones of their kind.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Yeah, when are we gonna kiss?
Your uncle was pretty hot.
Monsters.
Oh, never mind.
Oh no.
When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned
Okay,
that
getting a
the
little-
lash would not move me,
Character development.
They turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet.
Okay, this is like 5 years
I let
ago.
them
Get
pull
over
my
it.
strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword.
It's like 8 years ago, asshole.
I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all.
Look, Jill, I'm really sorry. I also have tons of emotional
I'm gonna
trauma.
be honest with you. I'm not invested in her character.
A monster.
All I'm invested in is, can we kiss?
I'm invested in Uncle Steve.
Oh,
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand?
you're not, Jill. You're a woman.
I want to choose a different path, a better path.
I don't even know what to make of that statement. I'm gonna be honest with you.
To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
Okay, good. Growth. We're here.
Okay. I think the reason
And when you do,
I'm not as attached to her character is just because she's been super emo the whole time and she hasn't, like, talked about anything.
Well, they're trying to give her character development, but it's like,
I must
character
atone for my
development
sins.
from what?
Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
just promise me that you won't die with it.
We're getting pretty close here, though. Oh,
Let's get some sleep. The journey
Fucking
back to Benham is long, and
Clive.
there's much to tell the others.
cock blocking yourself.
Clive
Again.
Siddington. Even the dog is upset.
Right? It's like, wow, you guys really should have kissed right there. I wasn't expecting it. The audience was expecting it.
Uncle Steve was expecting it. Practically
Now
watching.
just, now just look at yourself.
You let yourself, the audience, your family, everybody down.
Here be
Found enough
monsters.
for the waiters in the Iron Kingdom.
Ooh, side quest.
Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Speak with Vivian again. Old Vivian Ninetails.
Ooh, oh, I think the Pless are like good side quests.
Think so?
Because the last Pless got you the Chocobo.
It's very true. Let's check this guy out.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
I'm glad to see you, NPC number 34.
Your voice doesn't match your face.
He ain't been for a while. Look, normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So,
In it?
what do you say?
I love how this is all based off of Great Britain.
I'll think about it.
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right.
Alright then.
Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over...
Oh,
when you're
wait,
ready.
is this the Forge guy? Oh, okay, so
I guess so.
I remember during our first session that there's a quest chain of side quests to get the best weapon in the game that involves the blacksmith.
Oh, you think this is it?
Definitely.
Let's... I mean, might as well pursue this then. Definitely.
I might be dumb, but I ain't stupid.
That's right. That's words to live by.
monster's taken quite
Can
a
put
liking to
a
Lady
low
Gaga.
resolution stamp of approval on that one. That and what did we say?
I was-
Never fall in love with hookers.
First August, and now you.
My favorite is I'm not malicious, I'm just dumb.
What's it got to do with me?
Right, right.
Been weighing on your mind.
Oh
I
god,
thought
that's
you
a good
might want
one.
to talk about it.
Did you now?
Could be a bumper sticker.
I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Where'd that burn come from?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that?
What's wrong with your face?
You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
You what, mate?
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Did you get that scar on your face through the years of being a
She shows me
blacksmith?
what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was.
Jesus.
There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right, we're going.
I mean, I got a sob story. I came for the best weapon in the game.
Will you give it to us or what?
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of ale. Didn't think anything could rattle him.
Are you calling him a
Stupid
drunk?
piece of
I'm gonna
leather.
tell him you said that.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has
And
doubts,
questioning himself
Affect his
means that
work.
he's questioning his sexuality.
And if he's questioning his sexuality, then we're in.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass.
right.
Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
In it?
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
Oh God, not Karen.
Not Karen. Please. Anyone but Karen.
Oh Jesus. She's still smoking a blunt.
Oh no. There she is.
Don't do it.
I'll talk to Otto again, but please don't make me
Brandon,
talk to that
it's not worth it.
bitch.
The best weapon in the game is not worth speaking to that woman.
Oh god, here we go.
No, don't do it. Oh
Karen.
God, she's still smoking that blunt.
Do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself.
Why
since he
does
saw
my
it.
dog
So we thought we'd buy it for him.
like Karen
Sorry, sold
more
it
than
all that
us?
day.
She blunts him.
Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose.
Just
With
gets
a
my dog
shovel.
blunted all the
But it was
time.
nicely put together, that's for certain.
Oh no.
Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe. Care Northern, that was it.
Okay.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
Least you
Would
admit
we?
it.
Would we really
More
be
sense.
lost without Karen?
Sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leather worker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with
I
that,
do mind,
I'll ask
actually.
around the
Yeah,
market
you
to
gotta
see
come
come
with.
because I
if
need
can't
you
sniff out
you as
who
bait,
he is and where he's
please.
hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Okay, so does this open up the hunting board a little bit more?